guys, this is Chris again, coming at you with another video. Today's video, as mentioned in the title, is a re-review of the Tockr, the D-Day C47. This is the clean-cut dowel version, Ross Galen. If you guys are interested in this Tockr or any other Tockr, I would definitely recommend messaging Ross Galen on Facebook. I'll give you his contact info. Quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing another pilot's watch, my Zen 104, of course, which is kind of different because, of course, as you know, the history behind the Tockr D-Day is that this was made from pieces of a restored C47 called That's All Brother that had actually led the D-Day invasion. The paratroopers, the C47 was a plane. I'll put up a picture here. But the C47 was a plane that they used to parachute paratroopers out on the D-Day, the Battle of D-Day, of course, you know, in June 1944, one of the biggest invasions in the history of war, of the world, basically, when all the Allies invaded Normandy. And this is the plane that led that invasion, or led the invasion of the paratroopers anyways. And it was the first plane out of, I believe they said it was like 800, I think, and which is pretty cool. And when you see the price of the watch, you might think it's a little high, but once you see the quality, again, like I said, I've went over this before, and I've had a chance to have more time with it, and I appreciate Ross sending it in. He offered to lend it in. Look for this, and probably another review of a bunch of other Tockrs coming in soon. But the dowel is really cool, and like I said, it's made out of recycled aluminum pieces and everything from the old That's All Brother. And part of the proceeds of the watch go to the commemorative Air Force, which is pretty cool. They restore old World War II, World War I airplanes, and I believe some newer airplanes, and which is a pretty cool feature. I think not a lot of companies do that. The story behind this watch is pretty cool. And again, it's kind of something kind of unique, and actually fits really, really well, especially for a pilot's watch. Most pilot's watches aren't that big, or are too big, excuse me. But and the people behind the company of Tockr, they're definitely good people. Austin and Ivy. I've never really spoken with Austin that much, but I spoke with Sophie Rindler, two of the co-founders. They're both the company owners, I believe. And I spoke with her, and you can definitely tell she's a watch enthusiast, and you can tell they've got a lot of passion into the hobby, and they love what they do, and it goes into their watches, and it goes into the quality. These are Swiss-made watches, but an American-owned company. I believe Austin is in Texas, and Sophie, I believe, is in Florida. And then Ross Galen, like I said, if you want one of these, you want a good deal, you can get a hold of him, and I'll leave, like I said, I'll leave down in the description how to get a hold of Ross if you want a killer deal on one of these killer watches. Anyways, guys, I'll go down to the desktop and show you the watch. Here is the box that comes with a watch, which is pretty killer itself. They really put a lot of thought and effort into the presentation of this box. Of course, as you can see, the commemorative Air Force Ghost Squadron there on the logo. And the box kind of reminds me like an old ammo crate that would be the paratroopers might carry or something like that. Pretty nice. Like I said, overall presentation on the box. It's got the Tockr on there. Of course, the watch also comes with that other extra leather strap. And then this right here is almost something like you would see like on a bomber jacket or pilot's jacket, you know, leather jacket from back in the day, back in World War II. And then down here, it's got the lift right here, which is pretty cool. It's got the nothing too crazy, just like the warranty card, all that information in there. You guys have all seen all that before. You're not really here for that. You're here for the watch. But overall, like I said, this is actually kind of rivals a lot of luxury watches. Their presentation, it's almost rivals Omega's presentation. You know, I have the Seamaster, and the Omega has one of the best presentations. But this is really pretty, like I said, a pretty cool presentation. But onto the watch. This watch is 42mm diameter in the case. It is 20mm lugs. So it comes with a pretty nice little strap here. And of course, it is 50-meter water resistance. So not a huge water resistance, But one cool feature on this, like I said, you can see the scratches. Notice, and there's nothing wrong with the watch. That's just part of the restored parts from the C47. If you look up videos online, you can probably see them making this watch, which is pretty cool how they make the dials and everything like that. But you can see the scratches and stuff from the plane. And then as you can see, the one really cool, unique touch is the actual shape of the C47 going around there on the dial on the second hand. I thought that's a cool little touch as it goes around the watch. Of course, you can see Swiss made there. The date here at the 3 o'clock. Got the cool little almost like propeller blades on the crown. And then, of course, you see That's All Brother on the back. Again, like I said, this is a pretty killer watch. I love that green dial. This retails for $1,990, which you might think is kind of high for a micro brand, but once you see the quality of Tockr, Tockr is a brand that is definitely going places. They're becoming a more mainstream brand, I feel like, and they've really made some leaps and bounds in the last couple of years since they've been out. And like I said, you can tell they're true, passionate enthusiasts that put time and effort into making their watches. 316L stainless steel, of course. And like I said, they put a lot of time and effort. It is a little bit thicker watch, but it wears pretty decent for a... It's got that cushion style case. I'll take my Zen off. Show you guys what it looks like on my 7.5 inch wrist. Of course, like I said, I did the video review, but Ross had offered to lend this one back into me again, so I jumped at the chance because, like I said, these are great watches. I may end up at some point with one of these in my collection. Might be my pilot's watch just because of the history of the watch. Really cool history. Like I said, pretty cool to have a piece of history on your wrist, especially an important piece of history, human history, which is really killer. And like I said, this unique design is really cool. You don't see it on a lot of palettes watches. You can see the clean numerals there, the numbers. It's got Tockr there at the 12 o'clock. And again, like I said, it's got pieces from that C47, which is another really cool, unique factor. Like I said, piece of history. Again, can't say enough about the brand. Definitely make something cool, unique. They have all kind of other different pieces. I'll leave a link down to their website too, just to show you what all you can go and look and see what all they offer. They offer a lot of unique aviation inspired pieces. So if you're into aviation inspired pieces, go definitely give them a shout. And again, this has been Chris with the Tockr, the D-Day C47. This is the clean cut version. There's also a brass version, I believe, which is pretty cool if you're into brass. But this has been the Tockr D-Day C47 review. If you guys haven't already, go over and like, subscribe. Alright guys, I'll catch you next time. Peace.